Yeah, man. Well, you said so much there. And let me just, first of all, thank you for mentioning the fact that we share a very deep respect and love and appreciation for psychedelic drugs. That's really important because, you know, um, when I began to speak out, share my critical view of what's happening, that gets lost, and that I'm saying what I'm saying. I want to say it all. I want to tell the whole story. You know, um, the situation that we're in with psychedelic drugs is not unique in history. There are many subjects. Let's just name a few. Religion in general. Look, the history of religion um, is a very big subject, and it includes everything about humanity, the very best of human beings, the highest aspirations, the most important fundamental things that guide our life. Things like enlightenment and ethical systems and yoga and purification and inspiration and insight into metaphysical supernatural reality. The most important stuff. The history of religion also contains some of the very worst things about human beings. The use of superstition and mind control to manipulate populations as an excuse for grabbing territory, for genocide. Religion is both. Religion is so if you want to really be intelligent about the history of religion, you have to look at it broadly. It's not just Jesus saying love your neighbor. It's a very big and complicated subject, and one of the most important ones. Sexuality. Sexuality is one of the who doesn't love lovemaking with their chosen partner. It's one of the most beautiful sacred experiences in our lives. One of my great teachers in the history of religion, Mircea Eliade, who started the discipline history of religions, would say that sexuality was the last vestige of the sacred in the modern world. That sort of power that it has for us is unmatched in the modern world. But sexuality also contains the very worst. There's rape, there's child trafficking, there's the sex industry. So when I issue some of these criticisms and observations from direct experience about the shadow side of psychedelic drugs, I'm not saying they're bad any more than if I'm critical of child sex trafficking, do I not make love with my wife? It's like that. And then, you mentioned Zach Leary. Now, I love Zach Leary. I've known Zach since he was 5 years old. I was
And
I
he
was
spoke
close.
highly of you.
Yeah, we're like, I'm like Uncle Bob. I lived at the house. I was on the team that helped Tim die. Zach and I really love each other. But and Tim was like this too, toward the end of his life. And I was, curious about CIA stuff, and he didn't really want to get into it. There's most of what I learned about this MKUltra business came after Tim died. And I'd love to, Zach and I haven't seen each other for many years. Sometimes someone will say, like you said, we speak highly of each other. We love each other. We're like family in a way. But this aversion that he has to conspiracy, and you said it very well, he sort of gets that from his father. And also because, you know, a lot of people don't want to dwell on that darkness. It's much more fun to look at all the bright stuff. But, that's not my intellectual disposition. I believe in being thorough. And that's what we're doing here. So